yeah, you make me so happy. Oh yeah, Jesus from memory.
Oh yeah, you make me so happy. Hello guys, it's me, it's DJ Lloyd's Gaming, and I am officially back again. You know, you might have remembered I did a I am back video a long time ago, and I wasn't back. I was in a relationship with a psychopath. Love you really. Please don't hurt me. Anyway, today I'm just going to be doing a little tips and tricks video. I don't know if I could call it that really. I mean, it's more of my opinion on how to do slightly more successful as a team, mainly aimed at six stacking, because in solo queue your team's useless. Let's be fair, we've all been there. So I'm just gonna list a few points and we're gonna go from there really. So obviously point number one would be group up with your team. Now we've all been there, you know, spamming that group up button about 5,000 times, and then eventually you do, and then it's too late and you lose the game. I'm not salty. So obviously it's this key point. If you go in as a six stack, you're gonna win. Now I'm not saying stand there in a circle holding hands, you know, I'm not expecting your tracer to be sat behind a Ryan shield shooting trying to do damage, because if you pick Ryan, you lose the game. I'm joking, I did not say that. But no, you don't need to stand in a six to engage. You just need to have six of you attacking the point, the payload, whatever, at once. Now you can have tracer flanking around behind their defense, jump in the back line. As your Reinhardt pins in, you're guaranteed to do more than if a tracer goes in, shoots them all, they all turn, kill her, then you pin in, your Reinhardt's going to get taken down. You know, if you're in at the same time, they don't know who to attack first, they're a mess at the back, you can kill them easy, get the win, take the point, easy team fight. But let's be fair, you know, if your support's dying or something, and he's saying group up, it's probably wise. Like, you've seen it in the World Cup, that's why they're so much better than us. You know, they lose their Zenyatta or they lose their Lucio, they pull out the team fight. It doesn't matter. They just get out of there, pull back, because they know they're not going to win the team fight without support. If you lose the support at the start of a fight, just pull back. Do not, under any circumstance, engage unless, you know, you've already started a team fight, you've lost one support and it's 5v2 because you've killed 4 of their team. Then fair enough, you know, I'm not telling you to pull out then, but pull out. I meant that joke. But yeah, so just group up with your team, go in as a solid 6. You know, 6v6 fight's going to go a lot better for you than a 6v2, if you're the 2, obviously, unless you're the 6, in which case, fair enough. Anyway, on to point number 2, solid team structure. Now the thing is with Overwatch, there's so many different shapes you can go through, so many different metas, because, let's be fair, the game is changing so much. You know, we've had new heroes added, Ana, Sombra, Orisa, Doomfist now. And people are still learning how to play Doomfist to an amazing level. Like, it annoys me because people pick him every game and they're not good with him. But you know what? You've just got to work around that as a team, because that's the game end of the day. If someone wants to pick that pick, then whatever. I don't think he's more viable than a Tracer is at the moment. I think Tracer, phenomenal. You know, her recall, her dashes are amazing, but I am a Tracer main, so I'm a little bit biased, but oh well. And let's be fair, the game's gone through a lot of metas. Triple tanks meta, you know, everyone likes using a bit of 2-2-2, you know, 2 of DPS, 2 tanks, 2 supports. But let's be fair, right now in the meta, it's a dive comp. Dive comp is just amazing right now. Winston, D.Va, Tracer, Lucio, Zen maybe, you know, depending on if you actually somehow get 2 supports in your game. But that's what I mean. If you're running a 6 stack, realistically, for me, in my opinion, right now I would have Soldier, Tracer, Winston, D.Va, Zenyatta, Lucio, and I think, you know, phenomenal team. But anyway, that's not important. What's important in this kind of game is, with Overwatch, you have to support your team in ways that means you have to be a flex picker. Like, I don't understand people who can just say, oh, I main this person, I main that. You know, I prefer playing Tracer, and I play Tracer a lot more, but I wouldn't say, you know, oh, I'm just going to play Tracer. You know, I'm not going to be a one-trick pony, as they say. I'm the kind of player, I play any DPS role, I can play any support role to a solid standard, but admittedly I am best with DPS, and I can go get kills. I've had 84 limbs in one game, you know, 70 in another, blah blah blah. You know, I'm in consistent DPS, I'm consistently good. But then it annoys me when I've got to play tank or defense hero or whatever you need. But I don't mind doing that, because I do that for the team, and you know, I know no one else is going to do that. So for an example, if you've got a Symmetra and a Junkrat on Hollywood, you know, they're the first 2 picks, Symmetra, Junkrat, okay. That's 2 of your picks gone already. You've got 1 support, you've got 1 Junkrat. Now I'm going to look at my Symmetra and Junkrat and I'm going to be like, okay, well then, let's think logically here. They're going to, if the opposition team's smart, they're going to counter pick my Symmetra and Junkrat. So realistically, who counters Junkrat best? You could argue Pharah. So Pharah, if they're going, I know they're going to run a Pharah then. So I'm going to run a Soldier 76 to counter the Pharah easily, you know. And then for the Symmetra, if we're running Symmetra, they're going to have a Winston. So then I will chuck in a Reaper. So I'll have Reaper Soldier to counter the Winston Pharah. I'll have Junkrat doing loads of splash damage. Symmetra's turret's doing a hell of a lot. We'll probably want a Rhine in there, and then we'll have our support. We'll probably Mercy maybe for the res. Who knows? And that's the thing with Overwatch. You know, it's all about being smart. You have to counter pick your opponents, because it's ridiculous. Like, no one understands that Overwatch is such a strategic game. It's ridiculous. Like, the amount of people who go, oh no, it's just an FPS. No, it's not. There's so much strategy behind it. You can't just run in on your own as Tracer and take 6 every time. You're never going to do that. You have to group up with your team. You have to listen to them. You have to be smart. You know, you have to pick which opponent to kill first. It's obvious, you know. Prioritize your targeting. But anyway, that's enough of that topic. Let's move on to the next topic, which in my opinion is saving your ultimate, or, you know, timing your ultimates. Let's be smart. You know, this is one of the major things that separates the low divisions from, what, bronze all the way to maybe diamond. I mean, you could argue that people are still making this mistake in diamond. I mean, they might still make the mistake every now and then in Grandmaster, Master, but you see a lot more in the lower regions, obviously, because they're not as good. So I think, you know, this is obviously why I said earlier, you don't really want to do this if you're solo queuing. I don't know if I did say that earlier, but anyway. This is a lot easier in a 6-stack, obviously, but then that's because you have the communication with your team there. But everyone uses their ultimates, and I'm guilty of this with Tracer, willy-nilly, you know. If you saved your ultimate for a big team fight, you're gonna win. You know, it's crucial to winning a team fight having your ultimate. If you've got a team with 6 ultimates against a team with 0 ultimates, there's a high chance you're gonna win with a 6, isn't it? You know, be smart. Like, I've been in the line with Tracer, you know, jumped behind them all as Tracer, threw him a pulse bomb, and my team wasn't ready, you know, they didn't push. If I had a woke for my Zarya to get a Graviton, she fired that in, and then I stuck my pulse bomb in, instead of me throwing my pulse bomb at them, then she grabbing, and then we not killing them because we haven't got anything to, you know, to destroy them with. It's common things like that, and that's why, you know, you see the professionals. They're so good at communicating, and it's ridiculous how good they are. And it's genuinely a joy to watch, because it just helps me improve my game as a player, and I'd really recommend anyone to go watch, you know, these pros play on Twitch or whatever you watch them on. They're just phenomenal. I think, you know, and if you want to sign me up, feel free. I'm looking at you, Team UK. Love you all. But let's get on to, you know, the main topic. So, say I'm running Genji. I'll give an example. Say I'm running a Genji and I decide, right, you know what, boys, I'm going to go Dragon Blade. I'm going to hope that either one of my supports have my back here. So I'm going to hope, if I'm running Dragon Blade with Genji now, I'm jumping in the back line, about to hit. I need my Lucio or my Zenyatta, for example, if you're running them to use their ultimates. If a Zenyatta transcends and he's moving with me as quick as I'm dashing, I'm invincible for that short amount of time. Same with Lucio's shields, I'm pretty much invincible for a short amount of time, depending on what they have. I'm going to be able to kill everyone before they can kill me, and I could probably wipe a team out with that. But then obviously if you have a Zarya with Graviton, they're pretty much guaranteed to die, and we're guaranteed to win the team fight and push on. That's why ultimate timing is vital, you know, not just for team fights, but even if you're defending an objective, you can time your ultimates to perfection. Now, going back to my Genji point earlier, the problem we do have is you don't want both your supports popping the ultimate at the same time if you are running 2 supports. I mean, I never seem to get that, which is quite sad, but if you have a Zen who transcends into Lucio who uses his ultimate at the same time, it's so bad, because you've got 2 support ultimates that can keep you alive in a team fight, so you should save one each, because if obviously it's common sense, so you could just keep alive for one team fight and guarantee it by using both at the same time, or you could just use them in 2 individual team fights, and then whilst you've used the first one, the other person can charge their ult straight back up whilst you popped your sound barrier for the second one. It's, you know, it's common things like that. Don't ult at the same time. You don't want your soldier ulting in the first team fight and I don't know, McCree ulting at the same time, because they could both wipe out an entire team on their own. You just keep your ultimates. Like, I know I say combo them, and you should definitely combo them, but don't use them at the wrong like, don't use them at the same time. Use them one after another. Like, obviously if it's an ultimate you need to use it at the same time, so Grav and Tac Visor or whatever, or Grav and Diva Bomb, fair enough. I totally understand that. That's what grabs for. But you don't want to pop attack visor and Dragon Blade at the same time realistically, unless, you know, they're running away and the soldier can't physically get there quick enough. Again, you can just dash in, Dragon Blade them, fair enough, completely understand. But, you know, just try to preserve your ultimate as well. Don't just waste them, because that's just worse than, you know, using them when you're on your own, pretty much. Now, let's be fair. I really recommend using people who can zone someone out off of a point with your ultimate. You know, for example, McCree or D.Va with D.Va Bomb. You know, you can do so much zoning out with that. You know, she can throw someone off the point. Say you've got the Nepal. You know, you're on the point. You're 99% on the point. They're trying to push onto the team. You have a McCree coming around the corner, uses high noon. They physically can't go the way he's facing, or they're guaranteed to die before they get to the point. Same with D.Va's Bomb. Throw it over the back of like the point. They can't get through the door. You've zoned out that entire area, stops them getting to the point, and you're guaranteed to get the win. It's common sense, isn't it, really? You know, just use that. You've won the team fight. And you seal the win for your team. And you just do simple things like these. Like, these aren't advanced tips. These are common, like, it's just common sense. These are basic tips. But, you know, that all being said, you know, this is just my personal opinion. These tips aren't going to win you every single game. You know, there's people out there who are just world class, and they're just better than you. Simple as that. You know, these tips aren't going to make you a massively better player. It's just going to make your team more fluid and more stable, getting better team plays and better team wipes. But, you know, this is my personal opinion. It's just a little breakdown of Overwatch as a game, I guess. You know, it is a strategy game. Obviously, it's a first-person shooter and all that crap, but it is so much more strategic than people give it credit for. But anyway, this will be all for today. I am going to be back with some other videos. I might do some in-depth guides. I'll probably do some other types of video, Yu-Gi-Oh!, FIFA 18 maybe when that comes out. Definitely do more Overwatch videos, potentially some Call of Duty videos. I don't really know right now. I'm just going to play games, have some fun, and then do videos as and when I feel like it. Obviously, I will be hoping to get a couple more out soon, but let me know what you guys think of this video. Drop a comment, like, subscribe if you really wish to. Any comments left down below I will reply to, of course. So make sure you leave them down below, and I will speak to you later. Thank you and goodbye.